Oh, it's not gonna be like a
Oh
low.
yeah.
This is gonna be like a
Oh,
very lo-fi kind
you're not
of.
going to do an intro today. Okay, bye. Fine.
No, this is not. We're just gonna like be here.
Yeah, nobody's watching anyway right now.
Yeah.
So
Well, have you made an announcement about it?
yeah, you did one, and then I did another one.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. That's fair. I did just wake up, so I don't know who all can see it or who all is seeing and why.
Somebody is watching. Hey, Colton
Hi,
and his
Colton.
son. Hi,
Congrats on the yielding children. That's super cool.
Ezra. Am I right?
Very happy
Ezra.
for you. Yeah, I think so.
It's a really cool name.
I have a.
Hola. Wow, we
John,
have
how it is.
six people already. It's not cool.
Sorry, this has been a nerve-wracking kind of week.
And better ones than you.
Yeah. We're gonna let y'all start trickling in. I don't. This isn't gonna be like a super
long one. No.
Well, I mean, the problem is it's gonna get complicated, and I hate when things get complicated. But we also, I mean, it's okay. I mean, this one's on us.
Hello, Will.
This one's on us.
Yeah.
We don't.
It's not about
this one. We well, I wouldn't say it's not about one. So
it's good news, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, the thing is that we only do like 3 or 4 of these per year.
Right.
On
yeah.
ends. In between basically like the title pictures.
Yeah. Right, but this is like an update. Things change. Things evolve.
Oh, things change. Oh boy, do things change. So 10's here. That's enough. 10 people are here.
Yeah.
Where do I All right.
Why do you care, really, though?
Really quickly, actually, because you brought up Joe. No, he's not retiring. No, it's not it. So, hey everyone, I'm Alex. That's David. You're
hey.
2 geek dads. This is gonna be a weird one. First of all, we hope you're having a great week. We've been
Happy
trying
Easter.
to figure out. Yeah, that was this week? Oh
no, it wasn't.
But you said Easter. I don't know.
I mean, yes.
So
it happened.
First of all, is this week title week?
Yeah, actually, I'm going to the number 1 contender match and the title match are going to drop this week.
Great. So look out for those matches coming in soon.
I'll be in one of those.
Yeah, actually, yeah. I can't remember. Honestly, I don't even remember who called. It feels like it's been so long since we did this.
It hasn't been that long.
It has. I have aged a lifetime in the time that we have done those matches. Let's try and figure a way out of this. Yeah, so, Geek Teams has been an idea that we've wanted to do for a really long time. Because we love the concept. It gets a lot of people involved and a lot of people like it. It has unfortunately been rather
erratic,
chaotic. Not to say that the matches have been bad. A lot of them have been rather good. You haven't seen very many of them yet, but as promised, as we get this current title picture done with, this next phase done with in the next, apparently this week. It's not a week. It's been kind of a reorganization, I would say, trying to adjust to this, that, and the other thing. And with that came some growing pains.
We don't know who you are, Facebook user.
The vacant of movie trivia. With that came some unfortunate growing pains. Namely that not all the teams worked out the way that we thought they would. Some of them did, some of them didn't. There has been some restructuring of teams. And unfortunately, we got pretty much halfway through the year before some people realized that they were not on the same page. So there's no easy way to put this. But the top 2 teams
that aren't the champions.
Yeah, that aren't the champions have dropped out of contention. I'm sorry. So that means that going into the tournament, all of the other teams, will have at least a chance to compete to be in the tournament. And the ones that had already qualified will all be moving up the 2 spots.
Yep.
Let's try to figure out how in detail I want to go into this. And I still don't know how. I don't know what's gonna happen when I start talking about it. But I'm gonna pass the mic to David to give me a second to think.
Yeah. Okay. So, RJ and I in Digi testing, we had a great run. We won a tournament and we did pretty well in the championship match. But things change. So Digi testing is no longer in the tournament, and Digi testing is no longer a team. RJ, I don't know if RJ is going to continue competing because he is busy with school, and when he comes back with Full Metal Geek and everything, I don't know what's going to happen with RJ. We haven't talked about that, but I will be contacting him for maybe a Geek singles match, so we will know when that happens if he's going to continue competing. And that's all I have to say about that, because nothing really happened. It's just we were kind of in different edges of our trivia careers, and yeah, so DigiTesting is no longer a team. We were the number 1 seed, 3-1 with 1 knockout, but yeah, we are no longer a team.
Right. That's it. Which is suffice to that is the nice. That's a very nice way for that team to have gone out. That team was obviously very successful. They won the tournament, played for the inaugural titles against Winter Soldiers. One of the other top teams that I think a lot of people had a lot of fun with was the team of Frostbowmen, and I mean, I've already said it, that team at this point will not be entering the Geek Teams tournament. And the reality of it is that the reason why is that I am a bad communicator. I'm working on. I always have been, and unfortunately, I will be for a very long time. I'm working on it, and progress unfortunately has been slow. What are you gonna do? It's not just here for us, but across the trivia verse. Our friends at Multiplex, they're starting the Warzones tournament, the Phantom Ladder or whatever it's called. There's actually a lot at work, and I thought, why would we have a decent shot at winning this one when Boat could almost certainly win one of those? With partners that, quite frankly, are better than me in... Excuse me. Partners that are better than me in both of those other leagues. I contacted him saying that, oh boy, that I understood that if he didn't want to go on, that we didn't have to. And he said, I appreciate the thought, but and I thought we had reached an agreement that Frostbubble would not go on. And unfortunately became clear soon after that we had not reached an agreement, that we were on 2 different pages. But by then the damage had been done, so to speak. So like I have said, Frostbone will not be competing in this tournament. I don't know how I'm gonna get that one back. If we're ever gonna see that team again. The Ontel schedule, as some of you have seen, I will be making my return to singles, and I'll be playing Bill. And the winner of that match plays Caleb Bowman. That was a hard match for me. That match is taped. And I mean, David, you were there. It was a very close match. And so please check that one out if you can. Because I honestly am trying. I tried really hard to get that match. Just to put it out on the screen. Because unfortunately, I live a life of honesty, radical honesty. Not just here, but in singles, unfortunately, as well. This got a lot sloppier than I really wanted it to. And I think that we're probably going to take this one down, probably. But you know what? Life goes on. And for this next, honestly, for the rest of this one, I don't think you're going to need me.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just say that I've got other stuff to do. And keep it up. This is still a bright division with a bright future. So
yeah, you're fine. You're fine. I got this. I got it. Yeah. It's good. Okay. Okay. So that happened. Now, what is going to happen is that we another 2 teams broke up. We had TBD, Javi, Madam, and Richard breaking up. They are no longer a team. We are not aware of the situation there because I personally was not involved in that. And the same happened with Adelaide Spence and Cameron Holzman. Again, I'm not surprised that those 2 broke up, really. But again, I don't know what happened there because I'm not in their chats. I'm not a Kingsman anymore. So yeah, I am not aware of those inner workings. So that gives us 15 teams. 15 teams in total. And all of those teams, even if you lost your debut match, is going to either just be in the tournament, and one of them, the last ranked, is going to be contacted to enter in a play-in match for the last 2 slots, the 15th seed and the 16th seed. The reason for that is because that we had new incorporations to the teams division. We have 5 new teams forming because of with players of the teams that were separated and new players coming in. We have 2 debut. We have so for the 15th seed, we are going to have a little qualifying gauntlet. That's going to involve 4 teams. And the 4 teams are going to be the new form team of Cameron Holzman and Javi Madam. And I have the name right here. It's a long one, and I'm going to read it. Let's go. So, Madam and Commander, the far side of the world. That is the name of the team. As a host, Javi, if you're watching, I hate you because I'm going to have to say that every single time, and I'm not good with English. The other team that they are going to be playing is the team of Adelaide Spence and Scott Harvey, who is apparently going to step in the Geek ring, which is as surprising for me as it is for you guys. They are going to be 14 parsecs. So that is the first match of the team's qualifying gauntlet for the 15th seed of the tournament. And the other side of it are 2 debut teams of 4 people that we have never seen in the Geek realm. and that's Malachi Cargo, Bill Cariola, and Andrew Barr making their debut in Geek, taking on Payson Johnson and Cameron Redshaw, which I don't think we have a name for. I don't know. I'm checking my producer right now. Give me a nod or a shake. No, we don't have a name for them yet. So those 4 teams are going to play, and then the winners are going to play each other, and the winner will get the 15th seed to play the number 2 seed. Now for the 16th seed, we are going to have one of the 0-1 teams that is going to be contacted soon for a match against another new team. Now, this new team has me in it. It has me because I want to keep playing in teams, and I found myself a new partner. So, yeah, and I actually have that new partner here, and we are going to introduce the new team that is going to play in for the 16th seed of this tournament against one of the 0-1 teams. So I present to you the Unlimited Power Trip member.
Well, I didn't say you didn't need me, but I didn't say it would be fun if I was here. Yeah, of course. It makes so much sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, it was a long time coming.
It was a long time coming. We literally have always wanted to do it. As turns out, I mean, just to finish the story from before. Just to finish the story from before. Yes, I was contacted. I said, maybe. It's a long walk, unfortunately. All that stuff is still true. I'm still a shitty communicator. We'll have to learn how to figure that out as a team. Fortunately, we have a decent shot of winning our play-in match. I hope so. Anyway, yeah, this is it. The Unlimited Power Trip is finally happening. There's a lot of benefits to this. Not only are David and I are fantastic friends, we actually known each other for a very long time. We know our game pretty well. I've managed David. David has managed me. In a league or two. Concentrating partners, all that. Everybody knows that. Showrunners. So like David and I are frequently on the same page, and frequently we know what we're thinking before the other one does. And I mean, our skill sets are not terribly similar. We don't really have the same interests beyond a few things, honestly.
Just Star Wars.
So this is, yeah. I mean, listen, when you play us, take Star Wars off. Free advice. No hint of sarcasm or irony. You do not want Star Wars on that wheel. Oh yeah, no, yeah. I know you usually take like Marvel or mixed bag. Trust me, you don't want Star Wars on the wheel. That's a guaranteed 10 points in rounds 2 or 3. Just free advice. I dare you to leave Star Wars on that. I dare you. Yeah, this is gonna be an amazing tournament. Just the play-ins sound like so much fun. That's true. Put that one up. That's true, Jake. True. I mean, yeah. If we get there, we get there.
I mean, it is true.
I can say this as the person that has already seen the projected bracket. This tournament is going to be freaking weird, but also amazing. I'm really excited about it. I know that not everything works out the way that we would have wanted. Honestly, I think Frost Bowman would have had a great time in this tournament as well.
Who that?
Sorry, Facebook user, figure it out. Yeah, this is going to be an amazing tournament. We're really looking forward to it. This division has been so much fun already, and we know we haven't seen a lot of the matches. But that's literally just because we had a whole other title picture. We have one editor, fam. We have one editor.
Yeah, with health issues.
We have one editor with health issues. Listen, just to give you, and we've been working through that together as a team. The team has been spectacular. If you just happen to run into Thomas Scully, tell him he's doing an amazing job. If you run into Joe Fairley,
buy your shit.
Tip of the buy. Well, I don't know about that. I should get a Kingsman shirt. I thought about it, but I don't know. Yeah, if you run into Joe, tell him that the questions are insanely good. And yeah, it's the running a league has got challenges, and we have like just the best team. It's great. I love it.
Yeah. So, guys,
anybody have any questions?
Yeah, that's it. You guys can ask questions because that's the announcement that I gave you the new teams. I told you what is going to happen.
So yeah, we don't usually cry in our Q&As, but that's what happened today. Well, one of us definitely cried. I think I got you to cry a little bit. That's okay. You have to tell me if you did. You don't have to tell me.
Okay. So if you guys have any questions, leave them in the Facebook or in the YouTube. So, by the way, before you ask the question, if you are in the tournament, if you don't get a DM for a playing match, yes, you are in the tournament. Okay? The only team that is not guaranteed to be in the tournament is going to get a message to play us.
Yeah.
Okay?
The green rooms are going to be starting to be set up
pretty soon.
Yeah. Are we going to go 1-2?
I don't know. Honestly, what? Is VP an English thing? I don't.
Yeah, I don't know. That's very sweet. I guess we could do it again. But honestly, this is true. Boatman and I are not on speaking terms right now. That like the match to play the match that I played against Bill, that's the only reason at this point why I agreed to do that match. I hate singles. Everyone knows this about me. Was just trying to get, and whatever. Like, listen, I don't like singles and everybody knows it. There, I just said it. That division is terrible. And their teams division, so much worse. Just bury singles for a while. I'm kidding.
You started burying working title and it doesn't exist anymore. So
that's true. But let's be real. Working title was a really interesting show.
It was. I was there once. I won.
Yeah.
So
did you play? Or did you
debate? Ryan,
yeah.
I pitched a Shawshank Redemption type of movie with all Lucas Skywalker and Thor.
What did Ryan pitch? Because that sounds awful. Like
I don't remember.
Low key, that sounds awful.
All right. So if anyone else has any questions, I'm going to give you like until 25 minutes because we are 23 and a half now, because I kind of want to go finish Halloween 2. Because, I have to defend my fandom titles soon. Yikes. I am not going to say against who, because spoilers, but I have to defend those titles.
Fandom.
I mean, yeah. So, guys, you have 1 minute if you want to give us any questions for the 11 people that are watching, that I'm really surprised haven't the good one.
Neither of them is good.
Here's the thing, Javi.
Let's talk about it.
That will be dope. Could you imagine if somebody had a Kingsman and a video store shirt?
I wouldn't like it at all.
Those are completely incompatible right now.
I don't know about that. I think.
We are compatible with each other, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think that's true at all. But we are the bridge. We are the bridge that will
do it.
We are the bridge that will unite our two worlds. I don't know that I can legally. I don't think I can stand for this. Who are we fighting? If we're teaming up, who are we fighting?
I don't know.
The monsters over in Dread? Yeah, don't simp for the enemy. No, don't simp for the enemy, Javi. Oh my god.
Oh, so I'm the bad guy now.
Yeah,
do you want to answer that?
What? Well, it takes a lot of practice, honestly. You'll get there one day, Javi.
Yeah.
When you start like throwing up middle fingers in matches.
I have never done that.
You should.
You have done it for me, but
I've thrown up middle fingers in like so many matches, y'all. Okay, fun question for you. Do you think I've thrown up more middle fingers in matches? Or do you think I've been like drunk playing matches? Like more matches?
I think you have thrown more middle fingers in matches than you have played drunk.
I think the number's close.
I don't know. Actually, yeah.
No.
Alex hates the MCU.
So. I hate the MCU, but that's not. Here's the thing. Here's the thing about Doctor Strange, right?
Okay. Yeah.
If it weren't for Spider-Verse getting pushed back, then Multiverse of Madness would have been the third best multiverse movie of the year. And like, listen, that's a big deal. Getting the third best multiverse movie of the year. That'd be really cool. It's also really weird that there are 3 major multiverse movie releases that are mostly unrelated. But instead...
Isn't Everything Everywhere All at Once a multiverse movie?
Yeah, I'm actually going to see that on Saturday. I'm really excited. But
I actually want to see that.
It looks great.
It's one of the weird non-geek movies that caught my eye.
Yeah. But instead, we don't get Spider-Verse for like another year. And Multiverse of Madness becomes the second best multiverse movie of the year. Yeah, the MCU is bullshit.
Actually, I am not as excited as for Spider-Verse as I should, because of a little tiny detail that is completely personal, and I think it's going to bug me after watching that movie. Even if it's awesome, it's going to drop the movie for me, and I'm hoping it doesn't happen, but it will happen.
They're not going to sing Sunflower in the sequel, and that's not
it. That's not
okay. It. They used the wrong version of Hypnotize in
it's
the
that I
first
always
one, and you're like,
is that I don't. It's that I hate them. I don't like MJ, Mary Jane, not Michelle.
Oh, okay.
I hate MJ, and I always in the comics when I read the comics, I always like simped Peter Parker and Gwen Stacy.
About what? That the MCU sucks, or that Multiverse is the second best multiverse movie that's going to come out this year? I think you can maybe disagree that Multiverse could be better than Everything Everywhere All at Once. You're going to be in the minority opinion. And hey, I'm not saying that the MCU is the worst thing that ever happened to movies. The worst thing that ever happened to movies is all those Air Bud movies that they made. Those sucked. Look, it's not that I hate the MCU. I do hate the MCU, but it's not just like a blind hatred that I have for it. I think that the MCU should have ended several years ago, but instead we have just movies. We just have more of it. And that's fine. But now they're making TV shows. Why? Is it going to matter? And you know what? When I ask that question, is that going to matter? The answer is no, but maybe. The stupid What If show that I skipped apparently is going to matter for Multiverse of Madness. Why? Why do I have to watch the bullshit animated stuff?
Not a lot of people are going to know this reference. Lo que quieres saber es por qué. ¿Por qué?
What do you think of Moon Knight? I haven't seen it. Don't care.
I'm loving it. I'm loving Moon Knight.
I like the guy that plays the dude, but honestly, schizophrenia is a touchy subject for me.
Honestly, Malcolm, I don't know. I'm not going to put my hopes up for any cameos,
It's the
because
craziest cameo that you want to see happen in Doctor Strange 2. Yeah, but like it wouldn't like at this point it would just. I'm like 82 years old. I swear. I don't care anymore. I don't. You know what? You know what would be amazing if there weren't any cameos. If you did a whole multiverse movie, but everyone was just who you expected it they were to be. Like you're just like, oh, it's the guy from the first one. Oh, look, it's, yeah, you were in the other one.
After No Way Home, people are starting going crazy with theories, and that's that's what synced the Star Wars.
Yeah, just don't.
The crazy people theories. That's what synced the Star Wars. Yeah. Anyway,
what if those people that are lining up are just people that work in that building? I know everyone's like, oh, it's definitely the Tom Cruise version of Iron Man. What if it's just a guy that works there?
Yeah.
What if it's just like a no-name actor that's like, anyway, Dr. Steven? Why do you say the PH the same way as you say the V? Anyway, it's just a question I had always, but I never got a chance to ask anybody. You also didn't choose that name, your parents did.
Anyway, so we are going to be leaving.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Because I have to finish a movie.
Yeah. We have to watch Eclipse.
Yeah. So, bye, guys. See you in the ring.